Today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to use Luminar masks that you may not have thought of before, and how to use them together to create stunning photos and imagery. Now, a lot of people know about the different types of like gimmicky things out there that you can kind of do, like sky replacement, but they don't necessarily know the ins and outs of all the different tools. So the first thing you're going to need to know is the different types of masks on offer. Luminar has 4 different masks on offer for you. There's the brush, which allows you to do specific parts of adjustment in specific areas. These are great for getting things like skin blemishes, wanting to remove unwanted items, which we'll come to in a minute, whitening out things like your teeth and your eyes to make things pop. Okay, these are great if you want to make very subtle, fine detail. Okay, that's what these are brushes for. Your linear and gradient masks are more to do with creating a granular blend, and it's normally to do with lighting and making up directional light, adding depth, doing sunsets, that kind of stuff. Okay, there is an alternative when it comes to light that it is worth actually pointing out, and that's by adding light layers. So if you don't necessarily have the lighting you want, you don't necessarily need to do it in a gradient or a linear. You can do it by adding a new layer to it and adding a overlay to it. So that's something just to bear in mind, and if you want to know more about that, ask for it in the comments and I'll do another tutorial for you. The other thing that's particularly good when you're thinking about the radial gradient is when you want to do something like focal points, or you want to do something like a vignette. So that, again, going back to that lighting. The one thing that's most popular when it comes to Luminar is the AI. Okay, so the AI allows you to automatically detect the objects that are in your photos and able to create different masks within it. Okay, so it will automatically detect the sky for you, it will automatically detect people for you, architecture, foreground, man-made, nature. It'll do flowers, mountains, transport, you name it. Okay, and it'll pick out those different areas and automatically detect those things for you to be able to then make. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Robyn from Robyn's Academy, and I help you create photos that will work in a simple and easy manner. If you like step-by-step tutorials that give you a boost of inspiration and creativity, make sure you subscribe for more that are coming every single week. So when it comes to actually masking it in AI, it's an incredibly simple thing to do. You simply want to head over to the Edit tab. You want to select the mask that you want to do. Now, each different type of edit has its own individual mask within it. So you need to know what you want to do before you can create the mask in order to be able to do this. So you've got to think about what's possible before you can actually achieve this. Once you've done that, obviously it'll create a quick mask for you. You can actually adapt this by using the brush tool and adding and erasing based on your needs. However, what we'll say to you is the AI on an overall general gist isn't too bad, with an exception. Okay, and we'll go through that in a minute. When it comes to then when you actually have achieved your mask and you've created it, it will show in red, and then you have a variety of tools that you can do with this. You can choose to obviously clear it, invert it, copy and paste it. You can choose to show it so that you can see exactly which areas are in red, which is very useful so you can see which bits you're manipulating, and you can obviously fill it. The fill option allows you to quite literally fill. The big thing I will say is then it comes down to what you choose to do with it. So obviously we have situations which are very useful, whether you're going to remove a background from a portrait, great for headshots and profile pictures. However, there are other things that you might want to bear in mind. So you do things like, if the weather's not quite the way you want it, you can obviously do sky replacement, and these are the very simple, obvious ways that we can use this. However, you can get very, very creative with this. So I want you to check out these couple of ideas and show you a quick demo of how I've been using it recently so that you can see the gist of it. One of the biggest things I will say to you when it comes to these things is they tend to be used in tandem with each other, and therefore it's about not using one but using multiples and being subtle in your approaches. So being able to change the opacity of things and the intensity of things, those adjustments is very, very important. And just remember that you're doing small bits, okay, small, however you can get creative. If you liked this tutorial and you want more on this, then obviously hit up any questions that you have in the comments below, and make sure that you hit like if you found this useful. See you next time.